Hello, I'm going to talk about chapter 6, that is about teaching vocabulary to young learners. Okay, to introduce this chapter, I'm going to talk about, first of all, the definition of vocabulary, background to the teaching of vocabulary, principles for teaching vocabulary, and classroom techniques and activities. What's vocabulary? Language consists of words. Vocabulary is the collection of words that an individual knows. Very young children learn vocabulary items related to the different situations they are learning. And when they are learning numbers in their native language, they are adding numerical concepts. Nouns are easy to teach because they are easy to illustrate. But also as a teacher, we have to teach verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and prepositions. It's also important to teach lexical fields that are, for example, lexical fields are colors, the weather, days of the week, action verbs. Background to the teaching of vocabulary, well, cognitive skills. Not only we have to teach how to memorize information, we also have to make them think. For example, if what animals are pets or what animals are from the jungle, and which one are big, which one are small. High frequency is about we have to teach them useful words, like common words, and we have to repeat them with frequency. And for total physical response, vocabulary should be integrated into 4 skills: reading, speaking, writing, and listening. Candelaria showed me a video where there was a teacher that showed pictures of a plane, of a car, and of a doll, and the first step was to show the picture and says plane, car, doll. Then the second step was saying the sentence and the movement. I fly a plane, I drive a car, and they have to repeat with the mimic too. And as a third step, he only says the sentence, and the kids have to do the mimic, the movement. So that's called total physical response. When they respond good. Principles for teaching vocabulary. Direct and indirect language. Principles can be used to help learners develop oral and written language skills. Direct and indirect language. For example, direct is when we teach the word and their meaning, and by pre-teaching vocabulary items, children will encounter in reading selection. Indirect language is when we have to help children different strategies to discover the meaning of new words on their own. For example, when we teach prefixes uni, bi, and tri, it is important then to show them pictures, for example, of a unicycle, bicycle, and tricycle, and they have to figure out that uni is 1, bi is 2, and tri is 3. Context clues. There are some unfamiliar words that teach vocabulary word before a new activity. Students benefits in 2 ways. One way is that teaching vocabulary word before a new activity will comprehend the activity. And in another way, they will acquire the target vocabulary words. We have to teach new words by songs, stories, and other language-rich activity. Context clues. There are some unfamiliar words that can be figured out by context clues. That are the words that surround the new word. For example, in a sentence, my mother bought bananas, cherries, and pears. So when I read that sentence, I can ask, do you know what are pears? And the kids are going to, by using the context clues that in this case are banana and cherries, they can say that pear is a fruit. So they associate it with those words that surround pears, for example. Then present multiple exposure to new vocabulary items. We don't have to expect that new words, new vocabulary will be remembered fast. So we have to repeat them as many times as possible and in different situations. For example, if we are teaching about animals, first day we can sing songs about animals. Then the second day we can make them draw pictures about animals, and we have to walk around the classroom and ask individually what animal is. So not only the kid is going to say the word, for example, duck, but the others are going to listen the word and they are going to associate it with a picture of a duck. Give opportunities for deep processing of vocabulary items. Students establish concept connection between new words and their prior language. So this we have to make it this deep processing by reading and reading comprehension. Finally, picture dictionaries are, we have to make them create their own picture dictionaries that are grouped into different categories. For example, if they are learning apple, they can be guided to a picture dictionary page of fruits, about fruits. Classroom techniques and activities. Ask questions. Asking questions it's a good strategy to remember new words that will help them to relate those new words to their own lives. For example, what makes you happy, what makes you irritate, or if you have to be if you can have a pet, if you can have an animal, a jungle animal as a pet, which one would it be? Then, word for the day. We have to select a specific word we will focus on each day. For example, we are learning jungle animals. First day, we can see different species. And the second day, they can bring different words about related to jungle. The third day, instead of, when we take attendance, instead of saying here, they can say the word of the day. And another example, if when we are waiting the bell ring, we can ask one or two kids to say a sentence with the new word. Categories. It is important, they have to create their own set of picture cards with different vocabulary items. For example, related to water, related to water, ocean, fish, boat, and related to land, car, mountain, no, snake, no, but dog. Mystery word. We have to place 6 to 10 cards, is okay, on the table or on the floor. And what's missing? No. Yes, sorry, what's missing? We have to place 6, 10 cards on the floor, on the table. We let them sit for a minute and we make them close your eyes. When they close your eyes, the teacher has to remove a card, and when they open the eyes, they have to figure out which one was removed. Mystery word. I can read or say a sentence aloud without reading a word. For example, I like hot dogs with and mustard. So they have to figure out the mystery word that what was not said. So, for example, if I think ketchup, so if they say mayonnaise, I can tell them that it's a good answer, but it's not the one I was thinking. Concentration or memo test. It can be with picture or words, but there are 2 sets of cards. One side, the cards are face down, that this set is of pictures or of words, and the other set of cards are about the definition of the words or sentences that has the word. So the first learner has to pick up 1 card from each set, and if they match, for example, if he takes a cat and the other side has a sentence of my cat is very nice, if they match, he keeps them, and another learner continues the game. Vocabulary basket. Each learner has to have a picture card, and they have to sit in their chair, making a circle in the classroom, and the teacher is going to stand up in the middle of the circle. So the teacher is going to say, for example, 2 words, dog and cat, and the one that has the picture of a dog and a cat has to stand up and sit in the other chair, in an empty chair. But me, that I was in the middle, I played too, so I also have to sit on an empty chair. And the one that is left standing stays in the middle of the circle and continues the game by saying another 2 words. And finally, course book showing 3 vocabulary items. We have to show them course books, for example, at least showing 3 vocabulary items. For example, a doll, a ball, and a car, a truck. And they have to make a circle when the teacher says the vocabulary item. Well, as a conclusion, in this text, I talk about the importance of teaching vocabulary to young learners. I talk about also the basic principles for vocabulary development, and I showed you and I explained you some techniques and activities when we have to teach. Hello, Josefina. We are going to play a game that is called What's Missing? Okay, here I have 6 colors. Green, red, blue,
blue,
orange,
orange,
yellow,
yellow,
and pink.
pink.
Okay, look at this. You have, look here. You have to see all these colors, and I'm going to take one color. Yes. And then you're going to open your eyes. You have to close your eyes. When you close your eyes, I'm going to take a color. Then you open your eyes. You open your eyes, and you're going to see which one is missing. Okay? Close your eyes. Close. Okay, open your eyes. Which one?
Blue.
Very good.
Yay.
Very good.
Blue,
Okay. Close your eyes again.
¿Así?
Close your eyes. Open your eyes.
Green.
Very good. Okay, we are going to make it more, very good. Yes.
Green.
We're going to make it more difficult.
Hey, mano, me pediste permiso lo de mi pizarrón.
We are going, sorry. We are going to change
Okay.
the place of the colors.
Okay, cambió.
Okay. So you have to see it. Okay, I changed. Okay, see them again? Here I have orange,
Orange,
yellow,
yellow,
pink,
pink,
green,
green,
red,
red,
and blue.
blue.
Okay, close your eyes. Open your eyes. What color is missing? Do you remember the name?
Brown.
How do you say that color?
Green.
Very good.
Green. Mi color favorito es el pink, mami. Y el azul, todos los colores que hay acá.